Hey guys, this is a quick preview of what we are working on right now, and I guess that will be one of the best release ever for RayFire. So this is my simple test scene. As you can see, they're just a bunch of boxes. They don't have any modifier, only RayFire rigid. So when I start my simulation in loop mode, they will just fall, and this flat box is dead object. As you can see, it doesn't fall, but it get pushed. So the feature we are working on is this demolition, interactive demolition feature. We are adding it back. So this is how it works. Now you can turn on this two fragment checkbox here in primary and secondary. Also there is this group of properties here. So all you need to do is just click on two fragments here, and that's all. After that, your object will be demolished during simulation. Let's do the same for this box, so I can turn on the fragments here. Now I can see how it demolishes. So as you can see, it works in loop mode, so it demolishes it every time, again and again, in real time. And new build will be much faster and much more stable than previous build. We changed a lot and rewrote a lot of code. So the one of the good thing about this feature is that you also can turn on secondary to fragments. And before do this, I will turn on to clusters. As you can see right now, there are a lot of single fragments here. They are not clustered, so we can turn on clusters here. And after that, you will get more complex fragments and simple fragments as well. And to make it look even better, we can turn on here secondary demolition. So when these fragments will fall to the ground, they will be demolished as well. So let's turn on to fragments here. And now you can see that now we are getting much more fragments here. And what's great is that we can turn on, this is just the first def layer for secondary fragmentation, and you can set it to, I don't know, 100. That probably will take a lot of time and RAM, but it will do the job. Our record is 66,000 fragments, but so let's increase just to 1 here. Also, I will decrease the fate, so there will not be a lot of fragments. Let's say 1.2. I will set here def 2, and now you can see that every fragment of all these fragments also getting demolished when they hit the ground. Okay, let's turn on clusters for this flat box as well. Now you can see here's cluster, here cluster, and we can also turn on for this big box as well to fragments. As you can see, it works in real time. You can change the box size during simulation, and it will just resimulate everything with new properties. You don't need to stop simulation. You don't need to do anything. You can change any rigid property. Let's say I can make it dynamic during simulation, make it kinematic. You can change any properties or any of these properties during simulation, and it will just restart with new properties here. There's also a new feature like restart for this loop mode, so whenever I will change properties, I will not need to finish, will not need to wait until it will finish current iteration, so I can increase it and it will start over again. Whenever I change, it's just start again. So it's much more easier and comfortable right now to try different setups. And let's set here to clusters as well, add maybe to fragments more. And let's set here a bunch of debris for clusters, let's say 10%. Okay, now let's increase simulation time and hit range, so it will finish simulation. We can Okay, enough. So as you can see, guys, we tried like 100 of iterations, different setups, tried one with clusters and without clusters, only primary, secondary, several depth layers. Any properties can be changed during your simulation setup, and very quickly and easily now you can create, I think, pretty nice demolition. And as you can see, all the subjects, they start as they started, well, just a simple box, and only during simulation they get this new fragments, additional fragments. And let me check what happens here. So this one fragments also false, and I guess it should be demolished. Well, not this one, the other. Well, this one. You can see it splits to two new fragments. And again, I can, let's say, try set here maybe depth layer 3 and the fate, let's say 4, maybe even 5. And maybe I will set here 50 fragments and just hit on range. It still takes some time, but that should be a mess after all. So you can see how amount of poly is increasing. So it took like about 2 minutes, but let me stop it. And as you can see, it turned all these fragments like into a mess. There, I don't know even how many fragments right now there is, but there are a lot of very small fragments. I guess I don't even need to use particles right now. So this new build will be released very soon, and thank you for watching.